Welcome to the songs for lesson 9. We're going to do Irish Jig today. So let me show you the performance tempo first. Okay? If you go to perform that very often, they'll repeat it multiple times. So that's something to aspire to, and you can learn to play it faster than that if you want as well. The fingerings in the right hand are designed for someone who's actually playing it quickly. And so if you can get yourself to do it slow, it'll save you some frustration when you try to speed it up. Okay? All right, so let's do a practice tempo. 1 and 2. Now let's do a super practice tempo. So if you're feeling each eighth note one at a time, then it would be like this. 1, 2, ready, go. I'm reminded of the first time I tried to play fiddle songs. I was actually in a symphony and we were doing a Pops concert. And for Pops concert, they gave us one rehearsal. And so we were doing this concerto with this fiddle guy. And I was trying to read all these notes super, super fast, like for the first time. And I realized, whoa, there's more to this fiddle music than I first understood. Because the notes go and go and go and go, your mind kind of gets scrambled up trying to keep track. So there's this switch that flips in terms of how you feel the music. I talked about it in the previous lesson. A lot of people, they think of their music one note at a time. So every note has its own beat. Ta, 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 ta. And then you get to a certain speed, you can't do that anymore. Really, I mean, you can try, but it limits you. So in order to play faster, you have to group the notes together. So the feeling of the beat inside your head is slower, and you're grouping notes. It's very important to learn to do. You work at it, and then one day, very often, you wake up and, oh, okay, I can do that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm asking you to grab a song and play it day after day after day, because that repetition, your brain figures it out. And, in professional football, they talk about how the game will slow down for you. Well, the same thing has to happen. And fiddle music kind of puts that front and center right in your face, because the notes go and go and go. And you want to play them fast, and your brain is like trying to grab onto every single note, to learn how to like ride the wave. And that's worth doing. So let's jump over to the duet part. So the duet part's a little tricky for me because my fingers have to move out of the way for the notes that are coming in. So this is going to be a lot more bouncy. This is all kind of staccato. So legato. Legato generally lets you play more quickly, easier. For this one, I need to hop around. So it's not going to be quite so fast, but at least you'll hear how the melody goes with the duet. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And the duet part by itself, I'll give you the little lead in of the melody, and then I'm going to jump over so you know how you can play it together when you're by yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So when I did the duet part by itself, I put those legato things back in. When the notes repeated, I had to play them staccato, separate. Whenever I could, I made them smooth. So as you're playing your melody line, you can use the same idea. Smooth when you can. Repeated notes have to be staccato, space between, because it's the same note. And it just kind of takes care of itself. It sounds great if you do that. If you want to play short all the time, you can, right? Just understand that it's harder to play fast when all of the notes are staccato. Easier to play fast when you're in legato. Thanks for joining me.